Hi everyone and welcome to your first ever Pilates 2022 with me, April Moon, here on this very sunny and cold Wednesday morning. All you need today is a mat. If you've never done Pilates before, don't worry, I'll explain everything as we go along. I'm going to give us just a few moments to get set up. If you haven't got a mat, you could use a rug or a scarf or something if you wanted to. And obviously never push yourself sort of more than what you're capable of doing. Listen to your body, don't overdo anything, okay? So, just a few more moments. If you've got some water, you can sip your water as we go through. It's nothing too taxing or challenging, but it's very good for relaxing your body and strengthening your joints and making sure that your core and your back kind of work as one and you don't do anything that you won't sort of find that your pain shouldn't really get worse, it should get better. The more you practice, the more you're consistent, the easier it gets. So, I've been rattling on now for a minute, so let's get going. So come and lay down on your mats first of all, and a Happy New Year as well. It's a Happy New Year. Hug your knees in towards your chest, and we're here for a minute. So, this is a really lovely way of relaxing your lower back because our lower back is a fixed part of the spine, it doesn't move, therefore it creates a lot of tension. So when we just rock side to side, it feels really nice and it really helps just massage. If you sort of lean right the way over as well, you get really into the hips, which is also really nice. Just breathe in and out. Dropping the shoulders. And then you can hug the knees in towards the chest a little bit more if you wish. Dropping the shoulders down. Excuse me. And now what we're going to do is just cross your left ankle over your right ankle, nod your chin, and then just squeeze up into a little ball. Just hold it here. Just see if you get a sense of any areas of your body that feel tense or tired, a little bit achy. This is a good way to check in with your body, shall we say, and then lower down, so the right ankle over the left, and breathe in, breathe out, lift up. And then lower. Right foot on the floor. Now just hugging that left knee in, so don't worry about your pelvis at the moment. Just pushing that lower back into the mat and just circle the ankle around. Because what can happen is you just had a couple of weeks off over Christmas. Our bodies may feel a little bit tense, so just keep everything relaxed. And then the other way. And then foot on the floor, hug the right knee in, just hold it there for a second, and circle. So if you are brand new, what I always say is we always have one side of our body that works harder than the other, therefore that could be more tense, it could be more stressed, it could be tighter, just change the rotation of your ankle. So we sometimes find out what sides of our body works well. For example, last night I was teaching a lady who could move her shoulder perfectly on the right, but when it came to the left, she really struggled. And sometimes that's a good indication of what's going on in your body. Now, bring the big toes together, hands on the inside of the knees, and just push out and drop the shoulders down. And just stretch. And then come in, inhale. Exhaling out. and then come up. Wonderful. Feet are flat on the floor. Now, bring the feet and knees together, heels out, toes forward, and then tuck the pelvis under, and then you're going to push your lower back into the mat. So you're going to breathe in, fingertip underneath the hip, push down. And now you're going to create a massive space to place your hand between the back and the mat. And then we'll tuck under, push down, and tuck under, and push down. Good. And now relax your toes, hands are flat on the floor. You're going to lift your arms up, and then exhale, float back. Hold it here. Now drop your shoulders down so you've got no tension in your shoulders. Don't push your chest up, keep the pelvis neutral. And lift, and lower. Lift up, and lower. And lift up, and lower. Let's do a few more. Just stretch up through the fingertips, keep them nice and long. Don't let the ribs flare up. And lower, two more. And up and lower. And then up. And stretch out. Now bring your hands down by your side and lift up. Up and round. You should feel really nice from the shoulder blades. Four, three, two, and one. Lovely. And now you should feel nice and relaxed within your with your shoulders. You've had a really nice stretch out. You've mobilised. So mobilising means that you get the area of the body working. If you've got tense or tight shoulders, sometimes we hold a lot of tension in the shoulders and neck naturally as humans. So we're doing things like that. You are really working into them, and it should feel quite good. Okay. Now have your elbows down. So your shoulders more or less in line with your elbow, and your elbows more or less in line with your wrist. And then you're just going to reach one hand up and bring it down. Excuse me, I've got this cough that's going around. Just lift up and lower. So when you come back down, make sure your hand isn't like here, keep it here. Lift and lower. Lift and down. That's it, just keep going. This is really good for your back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now keep the hands there. Now take your left hand to the floor and your right arm back. Now this is a really good exercise to see what side of your body can do what. For example, I can place my left hand down to the floor. I can't place my right hand down to the floor because my right shoulder, my right side is tighter than my left. So if you can find one hand can touch, the other one can't, that's the side that maybe you need a little bit of work on. Okay? Or maybe you already know that, but you just did a little bit of Pilates just to help. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And just drop your hands down by the side and just relax. Lovely. Now let's work into the legs and the hips. So lift up that left leg in line with your left hip, in line with your left ankle. And all we're going to do is you can, if you want, if it's your first time, place your left hand behind your lower back. Now if you're pressing your back into the mat, your knee is coming too far in towards your chest. Okay? So circle around. And don't let your right knee sway, because it takes a long time doing Pilates to get all these tiny little things right. This is why I do a lot of repetitive exercises, because practice does make perfect. Well, not totally perfect, but our body gets used to it more, which will help in the long run. So circle around. And then the other way. And then cross the left ankle over the right. And then take the left hand, inhale, exhale, pushing the ankle forward. Hold it here. So we've warmed up the hip and now we're stretching the hip. And relax, left foot down. Good. Now realign the hips, because sometimes our hips sort of change. Make sure that you're not pressing the lower back into the mat and you're not arching too much either. Lift up that leg. Now relax the foot. Now imagine, we use our mind to muscle connection. Imagine that from your hips down, your body is in concrete on this left leg. You cannot move at all. So now when you move your right leg, your mind is thinking of that concrete. Okay, power of the mind. It's a very powerful thing, our minds. So circle it around. And then let's go the other way. So keep the pelvis still, keep that left leg still. And then when you're finished, cross that right ankle over, push the right knee out to the side, flex through that right heel as well. And relax. Good. Now, I'm going to ease us all in as it is. We have had a couple of weeks off. Now, if you want, you can place your hands underneath your lower back. You're going to lift one leg up. Now, you don't want to lift the leg here, because otherwise you're going to disrupt that pelvis. So drop the shoulders, extend that leg, and then breathe in, and then breathe out. We're going to drop, we're going to make like a half a circle with the leg. And make this a very small circle. Again, keep that right foot and that right leg really still. And now let's change direction. So squeeze, you might be feeling this down the inside of the leg, that's normal. And one more. And relax. Now just take the hands away, place the left foot down, just drop that left knee out to the side, just so you're stretching the inside of that leg. Wonderful. Let's go to the right side. Lift up. Now hand underneath the body. Breathe in. And relax your shoulders and then lower. Breathe up and down. Really feel it in your core, especially when your leg is lower and you should feel your core engaging. Then the other way. Nice and slow, let's do 2 more. And then lift it up, bend the knee, place it down, relax the hands, and inhale, exhale, knee goes out to the side. And then come back in, lovely, hug the knees in towards the chest. Hands on the inside of the knees, push the knees out, big toes together, drop your shoulders down, and believe it or not, you get a deeper stretch in your thighs if your shoulders drop in. And now bring the knees in, let's start with the core. So lift the feet up now. Depending on what level you're at, if you're at beginner level, place your right foot down. Okay, so you're bending that left knee, and all you're going to do is extend it out and come back in. Before we get started, if you want, you could have your other knee up. However, I would highly recommend make sure that you're not arching your spine like this, because you're putting immense pressure on the lumbar spine, the lower spine. So only do what you feel comfortable with doing. Okay, so if we're doing 6 each side, so if you want to, keep your right foot down. Okay, I'm going to do the harder one. So breathing in and breathe out. 1. Same side, keep the same leg. 2, 3. Keep that core engaged. 4, 5, and 6. Well done. Switch sides. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well done. Drop the knees, hug them in towards the chest, and just rock side to side. Very good. Now, if you can, roll yourself up or lift yourself up in any way you wish. We're going to have a quick drink. Come down to lay onto your front. We're going to be working into the back here. Oh, I spilled my tea everywhere. Lovely. Right, stretch out. So, hands on the floor, relax the toes. Before we get started, stretch your arms out, but don't have your shoulders right in towards your ears. Drop them down. Forehead down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift up. Now, what you want to do is lift the top 2 ribs off the floor. And lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift. And lower. And squeeze. So press the hips into the floor. Remember, your head is not looking up. You're only looking down towards the mat. And lower. And again, lift. And lower. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Wonderful. Place one hand on top of the other. Forehead on the floor. You're going to inhale, relax the elbows, and exhale. Just press the hands into the mat, and then lower the upper body down. So, you're not coming up and looking like this because your back, I really hate to break it to you, isn't doing a thing here. So it's not going to strengthen. Your eyes need to be looking down. Come down here, inhale, exhale, squeeze. And come down. And lift. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Rock side to side with the hips. Relax. Now curl the toe, curl one toe under. You're going to bend, and you're just going to circle that ankle around. That's all you're going to do. So just let your head and neck relax. Then the other way. Now, breathe in and breathe out. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze. So you don't want to bend this foot in too much. And come down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and come down. Curl the toes under, lift the knee off, push into the heel. And relax. Other side, bend that ankle and just circle around. You should feel the whole of the lower leg really moving here. Try not to circle the knee too much, just your ankle. And then the other way. Good. And then place it here. Inhale. Exhale, lift. So the aim of the game is not to lift your foot really, your knee really high. Just keep that foot flat. So you're activating all the muscles in the back of the leg. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Curl the toes under. Let's lift up that knee. And relax. So we're going to come into a little bit of flat, back flexibility now, okay? So I'm going to just pre-warn you, if you have any pre-existing back injuries, you've had any operations, please either miss this one out and give you an alternative, or just go very, very easy on yourself, okay? So you're going to place your left hand on the floor, and then you're going to bring that right foot back. Now you can either just reach and hold this, okay, because this helps to open up your chest and your arm, or you breathe in and then you breathe out. You're going to lift up that right leg. Make sure the knees are going out to the side. Keep it in and just hold it here. So 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Other side, right hand on the floor, bend that left knee out either. Then again, this is where you might find that one side's going to hurt more than the other. So bring it back. You can hold it here, or you inhale and exhale, lift it up. And lower. Well done. Push up into the hands. Let's come into a child pose. So we're going to hold the child pose. Wonderful. I can't see actually. Wonderful timing. Now we're going to come into your child pose. So place your heels onto the floor, hands on the floor and stretch out. So whilst you're relaxing, Pilates is really good for back pain. But more often than not, our back pain can be caused by other parts of the body being very tight. So when we stretch out, we do get a sense of where in our body, what feels good and what doesn't, okay? Hello. Hello. Sorry about that, everyone. I do not know what happened. I think I lost connection. I am sorry. I can't remember what I was talking about. But just come up onto your heels, or if you want, you can come up here. And then just have your hands in front of your chest. And then inhale, nod. And then exhale, imagine you're hugging a nice big tree. Stretch out the back. And then come back in. Now, we'll take your arms out, drop the shoulders, breathe in, and then breathe out. Just stretch your right arm, drop that shoulder, and feel that nice twist within the waist. And then come back in. Inhale, exhale out to the side. And then come back in, and then lower. Come and lay onto your back. We're nearly done. Actually, don't come and lounge back, sorry, we're nearly out of time. Just swing the feet around, come into a cross-legged position. So with your cross-legged positions, if you've never sat cross-legged for a long, long time, bring your knees up or walk your ankles out if you want. That does sometimes help with any tension within the hips. Dropping the shoulders down, stretch out the fingers and the toes, okay? Then you're going to inhale, lift up, take your right hand over your left wrist, and then just gently pull over to the side. Just stretch it out, dropping the shoulders. And then lift. Left over right, drop shoulders and exhale. And then up, breathe in. Breathe out lower. Inhale. Exhale lower. Breathe in. And breathe out lower. And inhale. And exhale lower. And thank you all so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm very sorry that I did a little disappearing act halfway through, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, I love to see all your good mornings. Good morning, everyone. If you've got any questions, please write down below. I've got a Facebook page, Pilates of April Moon, as well. That will be tagged, so you can always come and follow me on there. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.